All right, hello, good morning, good evening, and good night. I hope you guys are doing absolutely fantastic because today we're going to be talking a little bit about the market. I have three key market identifiers here. We have the Dow Jones Industrial Average, part of me. We got the Nasdaq Composite, and we also have the S&P 500. And what we're going to be doing in today's video is I want to analyze these three charts specifically because we need to determine, okay, what stage are we at in the market as we're currently entering a down period. We want to see what are some key resistance levels where we might look to buy more shares of our favorite dividend stocks at better prices, because we want to make sure, okay, we're going to get the best value possible. And the way to do this is to identify certain zones where there might be kind of a boost in terms of buyers or sellers and how we can react throughout. Because investing can be emotional, but we want to take emotion out of it and we want to use logic. And if we're able to do so by buying great stocks and great holdings over long term, then we're going to be okay. So if that does sound good, we're up to 6,134 subscribers, 345 subscribers in the past 28 days. Please do remember to subscribe, and I hope you guys do enjoy. Just to kind of start us off here, we're talking about our YMAX position, of course, because this is our main position we hold in the portfolio. You could see here we have two YMAX positions starting all the way down here. Awesome. I do have a position in ULTY, DLR, U.TO, and SPXS. SPXS is actually doing very well today, as you can see, up $20, because this is a 3 times bear on the S&P 500. And DLR.U.TO is actually a kind of a method I used in order to convert Canadian dollars to US dollars and then convert that into cash. So I'm currently building up my cash position. This position should be about $5,000 American by the time that I sell this DLR.U.TO position. I'll be using my margin account and I'll be looking to buy more YMAX. So what do I see for YMAX and what do I see for the market? Well, we look at YMAX. YMAX had a high of about $18.15 the other day, and it's since then trended down to $17.59. This is also due to, in part, that YMAX actually paid a dividend. So they're bumping their dividend up a little bit once again to 15 cents. It's not totally at the 20 cents that we initially had, but it's up to 15 cents. So it's an improvement nonetheless. But more so what I wanted to talk about in this video is I wanted to talk about the overall market. And I wanted to because we reached a high which was almost $600, kind of a mental barrier there, which we weren't able to push through. But you can see here in the past 4 or 5 days, we've seen a complete downturn in the market, going from absolute highs to kind of a new a potential resistance level here. So what we have in the past is a level of support. So we should slowly start to see, as we reach this marker here, about $585, currently right where we're at. What's going to happen is we're either going to sit at this level, we're going to drop below, or we're going to go higher. The market can only do one of three things. But what is important to identify is this is a support level. So potentially the market might see a little bit of a rebound off of this level, and it's either going to push and continue on with the uptrend that it's had over the past 6 months, or it's going to continue down lower. How do we identify this? Well, we look at, the one thing I like to look at is how hard it's going into the downtrend. You could see here that there is a lot of momentum taking it in. This was a huge drop down into this downtrend here. And if we see another big candle, that might be that we are really bearish on the market. A majority of the people are bearish on the market and they think that it's going to go lower. And what am I doing at this time? Of course, as I mentioned, I'm holding cash. When I see the market go down like this, I'm holding cash because I'm looking for buying opportunities. And it's never really safe to say when the market will completely stop going down, because you don't really know. As you can see here, about 6 months ago, I'm going to zoom out to the 1 year chart. You can see we had a great uptrend to start the year off in 2024, going right here. You can see at about April, there was a slight downtrend. You can see it was fairly slow for the most part. It wasn't anything too crazy more in the end here going into May, where the market rallied up and beyond through there. So just holding for the long term has proven to produce better gains than potentially selling and then waiting. But you look at this marker here, we have a big resistance here where the market shot up. It came down to a decent amount, kind of at that previous support that we had here before that other market downturn, and then jumped right back up to this resistance point, back down, and then shot through and continued on the uptrend. And now we're at a point where we're continuing at market highs. We're at a previous resistance level now becoming a support. So is this going to turn to support and we're going to go to the upside? I'm not sure. But what I would say is if we break through and we go to the downside here, I would expect a downturn like we've seen in April or like we've seen in July. And so if I do see that we break through this point here, about I'd say $580 for the S&P 500. If we break through there, I'm going to be stockpiling even more cash, and I'm going to be buying heavier once I see huge moves to the downside, because I do believe that once we see huge moves to the downside, things start to kind of settle themselves out. We see smaller candles, then that's when I think we'll see a reversal. So for the next little while, what do I see for the market? I see we're either going to trend lower or we're going to stay the same. I see a little bit of resistance in our way, and that means I'm building cash positions. Even at $17.59, it's not a terrible price to buy YMAX at, but it's all relative to the overall market, because although YMAX has been doing very well recently, the market could fall 5-10%, and that will have an impact on YMAX's price, pushing it to a 16 or even lower level. So it's very important that we watch the market and we correlate it to YMAX to see exactly what buy points we're looking to get into. I ideally would like to get into YMAX below $16, at $16, or even below $16 would be, in my opinion, a steal. If I got below $16, I'd be loading up cash in my account and buying. So that's my plan for the current time being. I'll continue to keep you guys updated as I can. Once again, YMAX is going to be paying a 15-cent dividend for this week. So if you guys missed out, definitely an opportunity to see that now. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, we're up to 6,134 subscribers. Stick around for more news. I'll keep you updated as we enter into this downturn and see where we kind of place out and how we're going to be buying our favorite high yield dividends. Awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Take care till next time.